This week, Perspective presents Crossroads by Charles E. Israel.
Canadian National Winnipeg and Vancouver train is still waiting. Track number 5. Barry Sound.
Mother. Judy. I'm sorry I'm late. Mr. Wood had a letter. He just had to get out. Oh, Mother, I'm so glad to see you.
You certainly look well, Judy.
You look pretty good yourself. Come on, we'll have to hurry.
What's the rush?
Roy's taking us out for dinner. He's coming at 6, and I don't want to be late. Not until after we're married, anyhow. Judy. You got enough hangers?
Plenty, thanks. I would have brought along a couple of dresses.
I wish you could stay longer.
So do I. But your father does need me in the store. Maybe we can both come down again in a couple of months. I like this place better than your last apartment. It's much more cheerful.
Cheaper, too. I was lucky to find it. It's a shame I'll have to give it up so soon, but it's too small for 2 people.
Judy, tell me about Roy.
What's there to tell? You'll meet him in a few minutes.
I know. But you've written so little about him in your letters.
He's a nice guy, Mother. A real nice guy. I'm sure you're going to like him.
Of course I will. But your father and I, we wondered.
Mother, I'm a big girl now. I've been in Toronto on my own for over 2 years. Now, if you and Dad would only stop worrying.
I didn't say we were worrying. We just wondered, that's all. You could have told us a little more about Roy. After all, he's going to be our son-in-law.
I forgot to show you. Look, my ring.
Oh, it's lovely, Judy.
It's pretty small, but neither Roy or I believe in those big showy rocks. We figure we can use the money on other things.
That's wise of you. What does he look like? You never sent us a picture. Your dad and I... Oh, what does he look like, Judy? Is he short and tall, dark or fair?
Does it really matter what he looks like, Mother? I mean, does it really matter?
Well, no, of course not, but... I know. He's short and fat and losing his hair.
Mother, I guess I should have told you.
You know, maybe silly, Judy. If you love him, what difference does it make if he's not a collar ad? Handsome men don't make the best husbands anyhow. Look at your father. Heaven knows he's no Greek god. But we've been married 26 years. And to me...
You don't understand. Roy is nice looking. He's wonderful looking.
You mean you think he's the handsomest man on earth?
I didn't say that. He's just a nice guy, that's all.
You did write that you'd met him at work. Is he in the same office as you?
No, he's in the shipping department. And oh, Mother, I just know you're going to like him. He's so kind and gentle and strong at the same time. And he understands things so well. Sometimes I don't even have to say anything, and he knows what I'm thinking.
Your father's that way, too. I remember when he first started to take me out.
Mother, what would you say if I told you that...
If you told me what?
Oh, I don't know. Say, I better get some lipstick on.
Your father wanted me to talk to you about the wedding. We both thought it'd be nice if you get married in Trenton.
Mother, I wrote you. We've decided to have a quiet wedding here in Toronto.
Do Roy's parents live here?
No, in Windsor. Mother.
Judy, what's the matter? Aren't you going to answer the door?
Sure.
Hi. Seems you're ready, right on time.
Uh-huh, we're both ready. Mother, this is Roy.
I'm very glad to meet you.
We're glad to meet you, Mrs. Monroe. Judy's talked so much about you and her father. Seems like she thinks you're just about the finest people on earth. I don't think I'll have much trouble agreeing with her.
It's very nice of you to say so.
Well, I guess we should get the show on the road. Roy, would you get Mother's coat, please?
Sure.
Judy, I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. I've got a terrible headache.
Mother, you didn't tell me.
I've had it ever since I got on the train. I thought it would go away, but, well, it hasn't.
Oh, that's too bad, Mrs. Monroe. Judy, do you have any aspirin?
I have some in my bag.
Well, we needn't go out, Mother. There's some chops in the fridge and...
Well, we could call it off till tomorrow night. Judy, you should spend some time with your mother since she's not going to be here very long.
No, you children go on out. I'd like to go to bed. I'll be all right as soon as I've had a little sleep.
Well, are you sure you...
Of course. Now, you run along.
If you're really going to sleep... The bed's all made up, and if you want something to eat...
Don't worry about me.
I'm very sorry about your headache, Mrs. Monroe. I'm very glad I finally got to meet you.
Yes. I won't be too late, Mother.
Good night.
Good night. A couple of gawkers at the next table.
Let them gawk.
You think they get tired?
What's the matter? Does it bother you?
I guess I ought to be used to it by now. Doesn't it bother you?
Sure, I'm not made of stone, you know.
I know. How's the veal? Any good?
Mm-hmm. Judy? You're very quiet this evening.
Have I?
You worried about your mother?
A little.
Look, suppose after we finish dinner, I take you home, okay?
Oh, no. That'd just make her feel terrible.
Look, she's only going to be here for a little while. You should spend some time with her.
Well, she'll be here for a couple of days. We'll have plenty of time to natter. Besides, Trenton isn't all that far away. After we're married, she and Dad can come down here often. We can go up there.
Judy, you didn't tell her, did you?
What are you talking about? I didn't tell her.
About me being colored, you didn't tell her that, did you?
Well, no.
You should have told her.
Right. What was I supposed to say? Did you want me to make a big thing of it?
Judy, you just should have told her.
Well, I wanted to, but... Well, every time I started to write it in a letter, and tonight before you came over, I just felt like I was waving some kind of flag or something, making a big thing out of something that just doesn't count.
Judy, it matters, all right.
Not to us.
Judy, honey, look. How many times have I told you? You just stop kidding yourself.
I'm not kidding myself. We've been all over that a million times.
But your mother has set plans about what she
My
wants.
mother only wants to see me happy. She's told me that ever since I was a little girl. You make me happy, Roy.
You better not ever stop saying that.
How many times a day do you want to hear it?
I don't know. Maybe 100,000 times a day.
100,000 times a day. You think I'd work overtime for you?
Who's working overtime?
Hi, Mo.
Hi. Just for a second. So, who's working overtime?
None of your business.
Oh, you mean it's something I shouldn't have heard?
Where's Angela?
She's out powdering her nose. If she gets back and finds me gone, she'll bellow like a lady moose.
You men. Where'd you ever get the idea that all women think about is you?
Got something else you think about?
Now, don't you start.
You better stick around, Mel. I think I'm going to need some help.
Can't you fight your own battles?
Oh, young love. You ever see anything so sweet?
You just wait till I tell Angela.
Now, never mind you and Angela. Ever since she's been working in the same office with you, I haven't been able to do a thing with her.
It's high time she started telling you off every now and then.
Didn't I tell you should stick around? We're going to need some help.
Say, you kids figuring to do anything after dinner?
Well, we kind of thought we'd make an early evening of it.
Oh, so did we, but how about going someplace and having a dance or two?
Suits me.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
Well, Ange and I kind of like the Barcelona. We got a good orchestra there this week, and there's no cover minimum.
Barcelona's out for me, Mel.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, we were there not long ago, and they wouldn't serve me.
I didn't know they were like that. Oh, what about the Green Lantern?
Fine as so.
Sure.
So, look, our table's just around the corner. Pick us up anyway.
I'll see you, Mel. Okay, boy. Look, I guess you want to spend tomorrow evening with your mother, huh?
You could come over.
No, it's... You two should spend some time together. You should have some time to talk. I'll see you at lunch.
Okay.
Okay?
Meet you at the grill at 12. Oh, Let's not wait too much longer. Let's get married soon.
We will.
It's so wonderful living with you. Finally, we'll be together all the time.
Judy, I love you.
I love you very much. I'm so happy I can burst. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night.
Did you have a nice time?
Wonderful. But I thought you were going to sleep.
My headache went away.
I wish I'd known. You could have come back here instead.
Sit down, Judy. I want to talk to you.
All right, Mother.
I've been sitting here most of the evening, thinking.
Too much of that's bad for the brain, you know. I'm sorry. About Roy and me?
Yes.
He's such a wonderful person, Mother. The more you know him, the better you'll get to like him. That's the way it's been with me.
Why didn't you tell me he was colored?
I didn't think it would make any difference. Does it make any difference? Mother.
Judy, have you thought this over very, very carefully?
Sure, I've thought it over. We've both thought it over. Marriage is a serious thing. It's not something you just go out and do.
I wish you'd think it over again.
What is there to think about? Roy and I are sure. That's what matters, really.
You're very young, Judy, just a child.
I'm 23 years old.
You're just a child.
You don't like him because he's colored. Judy. It's true. If Roy were white...
Listen, Judy, I don't know whether I like Roy or not. I don't know him.
Well, then get to know him and see.
No, there's no sense getting excited.
Well, you make me mad. I thought you'd be happy that I was marrying somebody I love. I thought...
Have you thought about children?
Sure. We want children. Oh, it'll be a while before we can afford them.
Do you know what it'll be like? Colored children with a white mother.
We've talked about that. After all, this isn't a new thing. This isn't the first time a Negro and a white couple have married. There are plenty.
And another thing, where would you live?
What do you mean, where would we live? The nicest place we can afford on what we're making.
Not many landlords will rent apartments to it.
Mother, you're wrong. Some cities, that's true. But here in Toronto, there are lots of places.
What kind of places? Some shabby little room in a run-down neighborhood?
No. An apartment in a good neighborhood. Do you think all people feel the way you do?
Judy.
I'm sorry, Mother. I didn't mean it. It's just that... Can't you see? Roy and I love each other. We want to get married. There'll be problems, sure. There always are when people get married. Maybe we'll have a few more than some people. We've talked about it.
I only want you to be happy, Judy. You know that, don't you?
Sure.
Then think about it again, will you? Please.
It's getting late, Mother. I've got to get up for work. Let's have some coffee and then get some sleep, okay? I'll come with you as soon as I mark those copies. Last night was fun, wasn't it? Uh-huh. Roy and I don't get out too much anymore. We're trying to save some money.
Same as Mel and me. But you've got to get out sometime or you'd flip.
What's your mother doing all day while you're at work? Oh, she's out shopping. That's part of the reason she came down this time. She needs a new coat. You know they've got all the sales now on Bloor Street. She and Roy get along okay together? Oh, just fine. They didn't get much of a chance to talk, though. Mother had a headache. Oh, yeah, you were telling me. Angela. Uh-huh. If you were me, what... Yes, Mr. Wood?
Would you come in a minute, please, Judy?
Right away. Wouldn't you know it? Right at coffee time. I'll wait for you.
Oh, Judy, sit down, will you? You won't need to go. Just want to have a little chat. Do you mind?
Oh, no, of course not, Mr. Wood.
Judy, you've been with us for over a year now, and I'd like you to know that I'm very well pleased with your work here.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'd like to add that I've become very fond of you personally. It isn't often you find a secretary who's both efficient and charming.
Oh, thanks again.
Judy, I want to talk to you frankly. I believe I can, as we've gotten to know each other so well, I mean. I understand you've been going out with Roy Kirby.
Yes.
Now, I realize this is none of my business.
Mr. Wood,
Now, Judy, just let me have my say first, and you can tell me what you're thinking. I think it's very generous of you to help Roy in this way.
Generous? Oh,
Now, Judy, just 1 minute. Just listen. I like Roy. He's a fine fellow. He's courteous, he's industrious. And he must appreciate the opportunity to go out with you. After all, there's so few girls of his kind up here.
Mr. Wood, I don't go out with Roy just to be nice to him.
I knew you'd say that, Judy, because you're the type of girl you are. You're sweet, and there's some things you don't understand. Now, up here, we accept a man regardless of his creed or color. But there are some people, even here, not me, mind you, this is not my thinking, but there are some people, well, you know what I mean.
No, Mr. Wood, I don't know what you mean.
Now, you're making it difficult for me, Judy. I'm just trying to give you a little friendly advice. There are people in this firm, even, who might misinterpret what you're doing. They might not understand that your relationship with Roy is just a casual friendship. They might consider you're taking this friendship too seriously. This might be unpleasant for both you and Roy as far as your work is concerned. Of course, I realize there's nothing serious.
Mr. Wood, I think you should know.
Well, Judy, I think I've made myself clear. Maybe one day you'll be grateful we've had this little chat.
That old creep, too, reach out for making a mistake. I'd like to see him type a perfect letter.
Angela,
What is it, honey?
nothing.
Look, it's Mel's birthday tomorrow, and we're having a bit of a party. Just a few of the kids in the evening. Can you and Roy come?
Angela. Mother, what are you all dressed up for? I thought we were just going to fix something up here.
It'll be better if we go out to eat.
Oh, we have plenty of food.
We'll eat out, dear. The late train leaves at...
Train. Oh, Mother, you're not leaving tonight.
Judy, listen. I spoke to your father on the phone this afternoon, and we decided it'd be best for everyone if you came home for a while.
If I came home? Mother.
You can call the office from Trenton in the morning. Say there was an emergency at home. I've packed your bags, Judy.
Now, wait a minute. Wait just a minute.
Just for a few weeks, Judy. Spend a few weeks at home and you'll look at things differently. I'm sure you will.
Mother, have you gone out of your mind?
Now, you listen, Judy. You're infatuated with this boy.
Infatuated? Roy and I are going to be married.
You're infatuated with this boy, and your father and I aren't going to stand by and watch you wreck your life.
What are you talking about, wreck my life? Is it going to ruin me to marry the man I love?
Judy, you're not looking at this thing sensibly. What do you think your friends will say?
You mean, what will your friends say? That's what's worrying you, isn't it? You're scared of the bridge parties and the gossip over coffee and the whispers. Have you heard about Hattie Monroe's daughter? She married it.
You're taking that late train with me tonight, Judy. You're coming home.
You're forgetting something, aren't you, Mother? You forget I'm 23 years old and I earn my own living. And I can marry anybody I want to. Anybody. You make me so sick and ashamed. Judy. Oh, Mother. Can't you understand? Roy and I, Can't you even try to understand? Can't you?
Oh, Mel, how does it feel to be a quarter of a century away?
Oh, great. Anne says it's just the right age for a man to get married.
Oh, maybe she's got a point. Hey, listen, what's this I hear about Judy Monroe?
I don't know. What's this you hear?
Well, somebody told me she's been going around with a Negro.
Uh-huh. Roy Kirby. Nice guy.
Oh, what kind of a drum is she trying to beat?
What do you mean?
Oh, Judy's a pretty girl. She doesn't have to do anything like that.
Don't suppose she has to. She likes the guy. They're going to get married.
Married? Oh, you're kidding.
What's wrong with that? She likes him.
I don't see anything wrong with her marrying a You're kidding, Mel.
Look, I haven't known Roy long, but I like him. If Judy feels
Is she gonna lose all her friends?
What's eating you? You talk like it's a...
Nothing. It's just that I don't like it. All right, so if she wants to go out with one of them for kicks, that's fine and dandy. That's her own business. But to marry one, she must be out of her rocker. What you gonna do with all her little black babies, Mel? Bring them up in a minstrel show?
Cut that out, Frank.
Okay. What's the matter with you?
Roy and Judy are friends of mine, and I don't like anybody...
Look, I was only trying... I was only...
Hi, Angela. Hi. Drop get off okay, Judy?
Oh, it's big anyway, like an old barn. Here, give me your things. You know everybody?
Well, Roy doesn't. I'll introduce him around.
Okay. Ask Mel for some beer. I'm making sandwiches.
Hi. Hi, Roy.
Happy birthday, little man.
Well, do I have to wait until next year to get another one of those?
Look me up on New Year's.
Happy birthday, Mel.
Thanks, Roy.
I forgot. We've got a present for you. It's in my coat pocket.
Wait. Have a beer. I'll get a couple of bottles. Be back in a second.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Judy. Long time no see. How are you?
Frank, I want you to meet Roy Kirby.
Very pleased to meet you.
Glad to meet you too, Frank.
Is that an engagement stone you're wearing there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Judy, you've broken my heart. All these years I thought you were going to marry me.
You'll never get married, Frank. You're not the type.
What? Who's the happy man?
Roy and I.
Well, congratulations. You're a lucky man.
Thanks, I know it.
I always thought Judy'd marry one of our crowd, but I guess you never know. Love's a funny thing.
You feel like dancing, Judy?
Okay.
Excuse us, won't you?
Sure.
See you later, Frank.
The fellow doesn't care much about you and me being together, does he?
Frank? Don't be crazy. You're too sensitive.
I can tell.
How can you tell?
Well, you just get so you know. Judy?
Well, I'll get some coffee.
Judy, forget the coffee. Sit down. All right, what is it?
What's what?
Something's bothering Judy. You, Judy, I can tell.
It's bothering you, Roy. Just so tired.
Judy, come on.
You were right about Frank. I realized it when I was dancing with him. He doesn't like the idea of you and me.
What did he say?
It wasn't what he said. It's the way he said it.
Oh, don't. I've seen lots like him, Judy. They haven't got guts enough to come out and say it. They just kind of chew around the edges.
Well, Frank's not a bad guy. He just doesn't understand about you and me. He thinks...
What does he think?
Nothing.
Judy, there's something else bothering you. You've been acting very strange for a couple of days now. What is it?
Roy.
Judy, come on, tell me. Look, don't shut me out. I got a right to know when something's bothering you.
Well... My mother...
I thought so.
What do you mean you thought so?
Look, I know it the first minute I saw her. Judy, look, what's the matter? Is she ashamed to have me as a son-in-law?
It's not that.
Then what is it? What is it? Is it because I'm colored, Judy, and a nice white girl doesn't go out with a colored man when she wants to marry one?
Now, wait a minute.
I didn't tell her either. Are you afraid, Judy? Are you ashamed, too?
You've got a lot of nerve pointing a finger at me. How long did you wait to tell your parents?
They didn't mind, Judy, once they knew.
They didn't mind. Well, that was big of them. And you talk about Frank. Well, what about those girlfriends of yours I met? They not only put the knife in my back, they kept twisting. So sweet and all the time twisting the knife.
Judy, you can't blame them for being so. Look, there's just so many colored men up here.
Colored should marry colored and white should stick to white. Is that it?
Maybe that is it. Maybe that's just the way it is.
Well, I'm glad I found out how you feel. I'm glad I found out in time.
I think I'm the girl.
Roy. Roy, I'm sorry.
Judy, what have you got to be sorry about? We both said things that we thought, didn't we?
Come here. Please come here.
Judy, I'm sorry. I have to go. I want to go someplace where I can think.
Not now. Don't go now. You in your room and me here, both of us thinking apart when we should be together.
Judy. Look, we both said things tonight. Maybe we meant them, maybe we didn't. Maybe we just said things we never even knew we thought before. But now we know, Judy, and it hurts. It hurts bad. Judy, I thought we had something pretty special. Pretty good, you know? I thought that being in love was enough.
Well, we know love isn't everything. We always knew that. But
Oh, Judy, what's the use? You can't fight people.
we can. We can't let people break us up. Are we going to let people make us do something we both know is wrong? If we do, Roy, if we do, we'll get to think just like them.
Maybe that's just the way it is.
No. There are decent people around.
Few.
More than a few. More than we know about. Oh, Roy, I love you.
Judy.
I better sit down. My legs.
Just like you wanted. Judy, what about your mother?
She'll get over it. Once she sees us together and understands how we feel, she'll be okay. Dad, too. If they don't,
Judy, I know how much your family means to you.
you're the one I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
It's got a nice sound to it.
Right. I don't guess I ought to talk about it now, but anyhow. Mr. Wood called me in yesterday.
Oh?
He warned me about getting serious over you. I played it real cute. Acted like he didn't know I was engaged and all the time looking at my ring.
We expected this to happen, didn't we?
Right? You think we can get other jobs?
Oh, we'll have to, won't we?
Sure. I'll make that coffee now.
I'll help you. Judy.